It seems we must venture to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Burnworth. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the ones in this party are women all.
And yet no two of us are the same.
Well, that wasn't a homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad way, but never did I expect to see an entire basket sorted.
We've got goblins!
I suppose I'll handle this. I grant you roaring favour.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here. Let us ponder how best to proceed. shall remain by your side. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
The Arisen has been put to sleep. Focus your strength, Arisen. Think nothing of it.
That's he said. Caught unawares? Never be so careless. This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loose from it would carry tremendous lethal force.
When better to use this but in the midst of battle? Wasn't looking for a fight, but I can take ye. You stand a chance. You're dead wrong. I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Suppose I better get to work.
Best not be bothering me for no reason.
This isn't life. How can my own muscle alone? Very well. I shall return.
It seems we must venture to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernworth. Allow me to show you.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Here we go again. We fight. To arms! I am well aware of the particulars. Arisen! Are you alright?
a target when lying prone. I don't dare attempt such a reload. Get up! I think we can manage it.
Look out, Griffin! We're under attack! This foe is nigh unstoppable when it's gone. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
We best spend it quick, or else wait for this thing to die.
Such treasures are seldom found.
Master, do take care not to throw it away by mistake. Our adventure. Continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
The prison has been trenched!
It is rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
It seems we must venture to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernworth. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit. Less of that bimbo boy.
Tremendous work!
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
Follow me, if you would.
Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
The prison has been drenched.
I'll be needing a tall mug of ale to recover from that blow.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worry, Wart. I know what I'm doing. If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
These flames to smite our enemies. We are under attack.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade. Already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
That was incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
Unbelievable.
It is broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint. Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow, and mind the ceiling.
We'll manage. Whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
Well fought, Arisen.
Keep on like that. We'll be done here soon enough.
Outstanding. When cast, be sure to avoid open flame.
I'll turn you into pincushion.
Very well. I shall return. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? Our results are awaited. What say we make our report? With this, the weapons we sought are all accounted. For. Shall we present them to Sir Klaus? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
If 'tis as broken as it seems, then I'm afraid we've no recourse but to find another way around.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
We're better prepared than we might have hoped. What we need is already to hand.
The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us.
Pray, speak up should you notice or to miss.
Pray, follow me.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Follow me, if you would. This way, Master.
That wasn't the homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad way.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
This morning.
Frey, follow me.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Ah, I see you have a great sword with you, a fine weapon. You may now change your vocation to warrior, if you wish. If you would prefer to register a sorcerer, you will need to acquire an archer staff.
This might be worth a read.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a great sword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
My fate is sealed.
How dare you? Unacceptable.
I cannot take much more of this.
Sit down. This is where it ends.
Well met,
Leave off before you earn my spite.
come to naught.
Nary a moment's rest from one task to the next.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Halt, if you please.
Why are you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
This part's a little different as well.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did.
Do come again.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use.
Let us hope 'tis not mere frippery.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
While you're here, eh? Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Many thanks. Might as well take a look while you're here. Eh? Many thanks. Might as well take a look while you're here. Here, eh? Stop by again soon. anything? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Always the same. Well, there you are. How might I be of service?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Seems my feet always leave me here.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Is there naught being done to make safe the roads? Do come again.
A flexible vocation, suited to bolstering our band where reinforcement is most needed.
Where you don't flit about so much, you trip over your own feet.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time. Fine wares.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Fine wares all.
I've little enough gold to spend.
Did you think it was fun to write in my day?
Push, and I'll be damned for the
Should I hear it today? What to make of this?
Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Every new meeting is an adventure in the offing. I've a nose for rumours of every order. Times hard.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not. I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. We have reached our destination.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I suppose 'tis so. Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. Master, you are an open book. You've longed for my company, haven't you? Well, here I am. A good sleep does what? Wonders.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And ours for a full week at no charge. What a steal. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. I know where we can find useful materials for enhancing your equipment, Master. I've marked the spot on your map.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map. We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. I'll serve with redoubled vigor this day. I've found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment. You can view their location on the map.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you directly.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day. Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Step. Lively. Oh, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. Getting proper rest is an important duty. Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day? Oh, how I've longed to embrace my... You shan't hear me complain about an early Getting proper rest is an important... Oh, how I've longed to embrace...
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it. You know where to find me, should you change your mind?
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, Master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
It's no great shock to me.
Anything's better than this. Even the grave.
Here always calms me down to try to enjoy life where and when I can.
Start dusting. Oh, they say the old bloody place is watching. No one will disturb me here.
Well met to find any churches on all sides.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth?
Are you here to see me, perchance?
I warn you, I'm not easy. That is quite the quandary.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
Welcome. Not sure what got me out of bed at this hour.
How am I to pay these debts?
I ought to turn in for the night.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated.
Gather round! Treat...
Good day, sir.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And... Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermont is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero oft left off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
Not selling.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I got some coin to spare. What would you of me? I'll have no Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Would that the gold would only rain down on my head.
They say the sovereign was bathed in the dragon's fell flame, such that his countenance was burned beyond recognition. And yet he draws breath. What surer sign could there be that he is our ruler true? I do hope his majesty shall recover soon. Mayhap he'll walk among the people, that we might thank him for his deeds.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain...
Good day, sir.
Say, have you been to Harp? 'Tis a quaint little village down by the sea. Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide berth. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the brine again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must have driven him to madness.
not trained for this.
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. Methinks we've earned a brief repose. What say you, Arisen?
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Places such as this depend upon my vigilance.
Reckon I could best any of these nonsense.
Look as long as you please.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Good day to you.
Who are you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This part's a little different as well.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Time to be heading.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
I'm glad of any business in these troubled times.
Coin's no good. This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Head home before I get an earful.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Over here, if you please.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I prepared a means for you to enter the palace. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Pray, follow me. Fine wares all.
I'm the crown jewel of our friends.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Always a pleasure. Look, as long as you
Tis good to see people in such high spirits.
Bleeding amateurs. No respect
I'll treat myself to the rules at your What's life without a bit of
Peril on the roads puts a strain on my business.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Just about had my fill of this ruckus.
I hope the weather holds. Dreams might nod off if I'm not careful.
Fancy a little...
Would you mind coming over here?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and you'll focus a glance to this tale of a child who touches the sky. Our hero, forgotten by history in spite of his word, awoke one fell morning to rumble and burn. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking leg. That's it! I've had enough! Clear off! And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly!
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
'Tis uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own. Mayhap we ought to lend him a hand, master.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Ox carts don't travel at night anymore. Didn't you know that? Monsters are apt to grow bold with the suns.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin, then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Gather round.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Did pale, but who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round!
Would that I was kept half as busy as I once was.
treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain. Should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
Very well. I shall return.
I don't know what to do.
What should I get up to today? Still a while to go before my shift's over.
What should I do? What should I do?
There's orcs watching me. I'd swear it. It's not my kind of place, this.
My bed.
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
It's been a hard day.
Little happiness is all I ask of life.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
I get the sense I oughtn't be here.
Them nobles do nothing but dozen sweetmeats and ale. Them nobles do nothing.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I wonder what lies at its bottom.
Crowds may
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermund, after all. Befell a Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you.
Ho there. Faring all right?
What might you need? Make it quick. I ain't got all day. Make it quick. I ain't got all day.
Listen up, you lot. Albert, King of Beggars, has come to quench your thirsts. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours is best met with stiff drinks and cheery hearts, I say.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else. I ain't gonna make any coin here.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bolder of late, and more ferocious. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled before the thing was cold.
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But 'tis easy enough. I should know, I've done it.
I trust all's well, sir.
You looking for a fight?
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Oi there! The ale flows aplenty here, courtesy of yours truly. So ne'er mind your coin purse. Drink your fill, my friend. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. Oi there! The ale flows aplenty here, courtesy of yours truly. So ne'er mind your coin purse. Drink your fill, my friend.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand. Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
My bed.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Is there aught I can assist you with? Wickedness has no hold. I must be grateful.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
It's been a hard day.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Walk past this place.
What should I do?
Swapping stories.
reckon at a leisurely pace.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but you need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. If the way forward is shrouded to you, I can offer guide. 'Tis lovely to see you.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right in.
Days like this in a crowd. Well met, son. How might I be of service? I'm in fine weather today. Time to be heading home. Well met, sir.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
I'm not stopping.
We're still in the fight!
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
Look, as long as you please.
At least here I can let down my hair.
I swear I've never slept better.
Welcome.
Well met, son. How might I be? I'll gladly stay a while.
Tranquil places such as this.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
What should I do?
Tisn't the dragon?
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
What to do? What to do?
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
Must have taken a wrong turn. If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
All the others paid. Why's my
I could barely drag my ass out of bed. Where's my dagger?
I pity
My
those
claws
content to
Must
live in
have taken a
idleness.
wrong turn.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
I ought to have a man. I want a dash of salt.
My middle tea's here.
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
I ain't gonna make any coin here.
What do you want?
Sets my thoughts down dark paths.
I sleep on my woes.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermont, a fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's...
Interested in my wares?
Isn't there anything to do round here?
There's naught I could have done.
Am I going to make it?
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
How'd I wind up here anyhow?
Not my kind of place.
My bedrooms.
Got a crack at those skulls if you're having soft dog.
I'm dead on my feet. Maybe I'll kit right here.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled.
Some meat would be nice. If 'tweren't so... Very well. I shall return.
Suppose I'd best get to work. Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son.
Only fools walk into peril unprepared. All eyes off. Why is my luck so rotten?
I'm aching.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Another day, another
I
adventure.
don't feel safe here.
All that fuss, and nary a coin to show for it.
I wonder what rumors this is my moment. I mustn't falter. Now there's a hassle I could do without.
Stock up on the basics. Flour, salt, fats.
Any loose coin about, enough to make me rich.
I pity those content to live in idleness.
Suppose I'd best be heading home. Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
There's all watching me. I swear it.
Ain't gonna make any coin here. Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son.
Humility's here.
Not my kind of place, this. I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son.
I've a book I ought to be getting back to.
sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Suppose I'd best be
Some
heading
meat
home.
would be nice, if 'tweren't so costly.
I'm aching for a fight. I wonder how long this
Do
job's
to
supposed
neglect
to last.
proper nutrition.
My bed calls, and I shan't
Got to
resist.
think about what's in sense.
There's aught watching me. I'd swear it.
All that fuss and nary a coin
I'm
to show
aching
for a fight.
Suppose I'd best be heading home. Must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
This is no place to compose my thoughts.
I wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Life's been pretty kind.
Milton's here.
Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
Them nobles do nothing but guzzle sweetmeats and ale. I'm aching for a fight.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
Not my kind of place, this. Got to think about what's in season.
Oh, this won't do. I'm in no fit state to perform.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son. Ain't gonna make any coin here.
Perhaps a stroll through town. See what I can find.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
I shall take this.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again. I don't know what to do.
At least here I can enjoy my own company.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
I quite like it.
Such quietude.
I'd rather just stay out of everybody's way. Bit of a tricky situation. Can't help it.
I ought to act a little more cheap.
What manner of madness is this?
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
I quite like it here. I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming.
Then I shall remain by your side.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
I feel more welcome here than any place else.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
When the minded... Split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Won't someone do aught about this? Won't someone do aught about this?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
wandering about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud sire of House Berkeley to move crates? To scribble in ledgers? Preposterous!
Albert, see sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. Do you mean to let it do so again?
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day to you, sir.
Greetings. And who, pray tell, are you supposed to be?
Are you of worthy station to be present here?
You need a permit to enter Batal, but they've become quite difficult to acquire of late, unless you're a merchant. Mind, rumour has it that it's easier for beasts...
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day to you, sir.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
This is where I come when life gets...
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit, not far from here.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
I dream of adventure and dalliances with bandits.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
All I
Sometimes
need's
this
my
is the
help,
only place I can
suppose.
find peace. My arm strong and my mind sharp.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Would that aught of interest would happen.
What was it I had planned? land for the morrow.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
All I need's my health, I suppose.
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Such peace.
Damn near enough.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Lots to do.
I only polished it this morning.
I just told
Look, as long as she's
How to spend the day.
little enough gold to spend on chess.
Got to work.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook.
Mercy!
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
I will use this opportunity to gather my strength. Why are you doing this, Arisen?
I'd spend my life here if I could.
travellers at the inn. Say, have I seen you around?
This place always puts me at ease.
No dawdling. The Arisen calls.
Is easily done.
Time to head to market, methinks.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
No shame in letting down your hair now and then.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble... What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder it.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master.
Might seem in fine spirits.
My feet always lead me here.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
I've the presence to command any stage.
Look as long as you please.
I think I own this. Always another errand.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
By all takes stop. See what's needed.
Almost nodded off for a moment there.
What am I supposed to do? This place is awful dull.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to